I think 98% of my preparation time is just me basically looking around for stuff that I don't want to appear in the video. The embarrassing stuff, the toys, the GIMP, my awesome sign writing, obviously, that's going to be it. But yeah, I think it's just checking nothing embarrassing is in shot. I think we're good to go. So let's crack on with another tip. This time, again, it's something else I learned while being a magician, being a performer. Lots of lessons in magic that translate into marketing. I kind of blagged this on my very first interview with an agency. I said, you know when you lie and you just kind of throw something out there in the hope that they'll see your experience as suiting theirs, what they need? I kind of said on the interview that performing magic for real people is a lot like marketing. And I could tell this he wasn't believing this for a second. He said, "Oh yeah, how's that?" And I thought, "Oh God, I'm gonna die." But the answer I blagged turns out to be pretty good. So if you think about it, as a magician, you go into corporate events, strange venues. You're approaching cold traffic. You're approaching a table of 10 people you don't know. Cold traffic. Not only that, you've got to get their attention. You've got to engage them. You've got to bring them with you on this journey, buy into what you do. And then you've got to get a reaction from them. Laugh, cheers, applause, knickers in the pocket, whatever you go for. And then you've got to kind of do it again and again and again, repeating it to cold traffic every single part of the night. So I kind of blagged this answer and it kind of sold him on it. But there's real good value there. And there's lots of lessons from watching performers that you can learn about your marketing. Here's one you can use right now. And it's the idea of giving 100%. If you want to know if a joke's going to work, if you want to know if a magic trick's going to work on an audience, you have to perform it 100%. And the best part about being a magician for me was coming up with stupid plot lines for tricks. Just unbelievably surreal plot lines for tricks and selling them as if they were real. So I'd have objects that gave me magic powers. I'd claim I was bitten by a radioactive manatee as a child that allowed me to feel the weight of different cards. And I would totally sell it 100%. Now the trouble is, when you fail as a magician, when you start as a magician, what you actually do is you grab cards and you'll be fine. You'll have memorized the patter, you'll do all the actions, but the moment it comes to doing the sleight, there'll be a kind of And I would do this thing when I was just learning. I'd do the move and it seemed to go well. And then I'd look at the spectator and go, "Did you see that?" And it just brings them totally out of the moment. It's like magicians almost wince. You can almost, you watch an amateur magician perform and you can always see from the other side of the room when they're doing the move. But there's this kind of feel that we need to just check that it flew by the radar. And you can't do that. And it's the same with marketing. You have to go 100% all in on it. Commit to it 100%. Whether it dies on its backside or whether it succeeds, 100% all in on this. And I talked about this recently because I talked about one of the reasons that my recent launch failed. And here's another thing. Because I bailed on it early, I didn't give it 100%. So I talked about that in the video, which I was going to say I'll link there because you can do that on YouTube. You can put a link up here. But I'm not entirely confident my tech skills will enable me to do that. So let's just give it a go. You can click that video there and find out why my launch failed. But here's another reason. I bailed on it early. I didn't give it 100% to the end. And it's the same with every aspect of your marketing. If you're going to come up with an idea, you've got to go into it 100%. Obviously, if it's illegal or offensive or somebody complains or there's something clearly wrong with it, you can back off then. But when you're coming up with a launch strategy, be unapologetic about it. Sit down and plan it out. Or if you're coming up with a social media campaign, sit down, plan it out, know why you're doing it, have confidence in why you're doing it, even if it's a bit risky, a bit edgy, not what the normal competition are doing. If you're trying a new idea, go for it. Define what 100% is for you for that. Don't worry about what anybody else is doing. If you're doing a soft and subtle approach, but you're doing it this way, that's fine, but go 100% all in on that. Don't compromise on it. That's the only way you'll ever know if something works. You can't know a joke works by just half-assing it on a stage. If you're going to do an impersonation of a chicken in a washing machine on a stage, you need to go all in on it. You can't just say, well, just imagine me being a... What am I doing with my life? What, a chicken and a washing machine? What the hell am I doing? You get the point though. Whether it's marketing, magic, or comedy, if you've got an idea in your head, you need to go for it 100%. Be unapologetic about it. Commit to the idea. And then afterwards, decide whether it was good or not. Don't ask people halfway through, how do you think it's going? Don't ask people whether they saw your move, and don't ask people whether this line was a bit too much. Just go for it, 100%, commit all the way. That's the only way to see whether a magic trick works, or a joke works, or if your campaign's going to work. That's it. Commit 100%. Just like I do to this bloody appalling font. If you've got any questions about this, fire them below. I'm committing to this, so, I'm on YouTube. Fire them below, and I'll answer your questions as best I can. If you want loads of free bits and bobs, like client getting templates, or email prompts, and joke writing guides, you can head over there, join my special email club, and you get loads of bits and bobs for free there. And yeah, time for my weird goodbye. Goodbye!